This is a 60-minute gentle class. We're so happy that you could join us today. We're always thrilled to be able to do this 4:30 gentle class together. The live music. Feel free to listen to your body. When you need to rest, rest. If something doesn't quite feel right that we're doing here on the mat today, you're welcome to always opt out. You can take child's pose at any time, and if you're not familiar with child's pose, it's that resting posture by placing your hips on your heels and just letting your heart melt. And that's a lovely way to start your practice, especially today if you're feeling any kind of heightened levels of anxiety or fear or just anything. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just this ebb and flow that we're riding right now. Feel welcome to start your practice in child's pose, or if you'd like to start in an upright seated place, we'll begin in a centering meditation. We'll just start here in just a few minutes. Actually, in just a few seconds, a few breaths, just letting everyone log on and get settled in to whatever posture feels best for you. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Megan, and I'm from Bella Prana Yoga and Meditation. So today I wanted to offer a hand mudra during our centering meditation for those of you who are in a home with lots of people, like I am every day. I'm with 4 to 6 different people and 3 dogs. So practice is a lot different than it is, if I can come to the studio and be alone and just have these different kinds of experiences. So today I wanted to offer an upright seated centering meditation for those of you who would like it, and a hand mudra. Mudras are ways to seal in or awaken qualities within us that are already there but just might be sleeping. Today this one is called Pala Mudra, and it is specifically for fearlessness and any kind of heightened anxiety in the body. So the left hand, I'm not going to mirror on this, so left hand cups, and it comes, pinky finger comes just below the navel, and the right hand cups and we turn the palm of the hand down, and it hovers over the left hand. So if you would like to, it's an invitation to engage in this mudra to help awaken this ability to settle into an inner sanctuary within you and a place of inner peace and fearlessness. So offering some deep breaths. Maybe the eyes close, maybe they stay open. The sense of sound might be heightened just simply because of the place that you're in, but you can turn that sense inward. Even with Tom playing, we can always allow the mind to sense what's going on inside, just below the surface of your skin. You may even be able to sense an energetic connection between the left and the right palms of the hands here. Gentle softening that puts you right back into a place of wholeness and wellness and well-being. Centering meditations are used to get us bring us back to that foundational place from which we practice within. So however that works for you, melting whatever space or place of your body that's connecting with the earth right now, settling into that sweet energy, into that sweet strength, grounding. Letting each inhale expand around your rib cage, around your belly, around your heart. Exhale, draw the belly back into the spine. See if you can elongate your exhale. Soften the eyelids. Let your sense of sight turn inward, even if it's just kind of blurring or softening your vision to whatever it is in front of you. Your nose begins to just be a place where breath finds its way in, this prana or life-giving force. We'll spend the next few breaths here just scanning your heart for any personal intention that you'd like to set for your practice today, a personal devotion, something or someone that this practice might benefit from in the same way that you will. Let the shoulders rest down the back. If you're in a reclined posture, you can start to melt your shoulder blades in toward the back of your rib cage. And as you feel complete with this centering meditation, you can start to release the hand mudra if you are in it. If not, you can simply let your fingertips rest in your lap or maybe over your heart in Anjali mudra. If you are ready to move, you can start to join me in an upright seated place. But if for any reason you would like to continue centering here and listening to the sounds around you, please feel welcome to do so and join at any time. So if you are in an upright seated place, we'll start to ground into the sit bones and rest the knees, rest your hands on the front of the knees here. Start to drop the chin toward the chest. But at the same time, lift up through your heart. So it's almost like you're connecting or trying to connect those spaces, but you won't, and you shouldn't. It's just a direction that we can guide the neck and head or the chin into. And take a few breaths here to start to release through the back of the neck and the sides of the neck. Continue to let your breath be soft. Elongating the exhale. You can start to sway the head and neck from side to side, and here's an opportunity to link breath with movement if that's part of your practice. So on your inhale, an ear can hover over a shoulder. You can pause at the top of the inhale. As you exhale, keep the heart lifting toward the chin as you drop it down toward the heart and come to the bottom of your exhale. Inhale, take it to the second side. Start to notice how your breath feels here today as you've shown up on your mat. It's okay, however it showed up. If it's shallow, if it's deep already, if it's maybe something in between. If there's anything I've learned throughout these last 30 days, it's that everything is good. Every way, every kind of state of being that I'm in is important, and it's helping me to be present, continue to be open to transitions, open to whatever will unfold. So just a few more breaths here, releasing gently through the head, neck, and shoulders. Let your elbows be heavy. Then bring the chin back down through center and lift the crown of the head into a neutral place. Here we'll take the opportunity to switch the cross in the legs. So the front foot comes back foot comes forward. We'll release the fingertips on the knees once again and inhale. This time we'll lift up tall through the heart. Lift the soft part of your chin upward in a safe place. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone under and scoop your belly. Get strong through the middle of your body here. Coil or scoop your heart, chin comes to chest, elbows remain heavy. inhale, press down into your sit bones or the base of your hip cavity and glide up slowly through your inhale, letting your spine undulate and lift up through the soft part of your chin. As you exhale, round the spine, coil the tailbone, scoop the belly, scoop the heart, and chin comes to chest. See if you can stay soft through the top of your arm bones as you move slowly, breath by breath. Inhaling to lift the spine and heart. Exhaling to slowly melt. So this exhale, you can imagine that your heart is coming in for rejuvenation and protection, or some kind of closure here. And then as you inhale, the heart feels safe, pressing forward and out into space. As you come to the top of your inhale, exhale, coil the heart back in and allow it to recluse or pull back into that place of inner sanctuary. Inhale, letting it come forward and outward into the safety of the space around it. Let's take 2 more breaths and I'll quiet my voice for you to turn inward and experience this for yourself. We'll meet back in a neutral spine here, or we'll take and shift into the right hip. Sweep your left heel back behind you. Just create maybe a 90-degree angle with your knees maybe a little bit closer inward, whatever feels best in your body. We'll plant the right hand down close to the hip, maybe 6 inches away. And inhale to sweep your left fingertips up and overhead. As you exhale, you can reach over toward the right side, bend the elbow a little bit to take up space, and inhale to come back to center here. Maybe the arm comes to parallel or even with the earth. Inhale to sweep fingertips overhead to the right. Exhale to release back to neutral. Inhale over to the right. And exhale to center. Pause here. Inhale, sweep your left hand back behind you, taking a gentle rotation in the spine. You can follow your fingertips with your gaze here. As you exhale, sweep the arm forward of your body around and over to the right. Inhale to come back through center. The arm stays parallel with the earth. You can follow your gaze with your fingertips. Exhale, release, sweeping the fingertips forward and around to the right. You can shift into that right hip, into a comfortable stretch there. Inhale to open. Exhale to wrap. Pause here and place the left fingertips down somewhere out in front. So it's just an opportunity to comfortably stretch through the lower left quadrant of your spine, your muscular tissue there. So sometimes maybe walking the fingertips out a bit, sometimes walking them out over the right knee a little bit more can be helpful. So wherever you can find an interesting place to stretch or release, letting go of something, the physical tension in the body. Maybe a fold comes into your body here, coming down onto the forearms. Rest the chin in toward the chest. Two more breaths. Press into the palms of the hands to assist the heart becoming upright. You can walk the fingertips in closer. And then slip your fingertips around your left femur bone as you draw the heel in. Come back to your comfortable seated place. So here we'll kind of rock from side to side. We'll bring the hands back behind you and draw you can either spiral your fingertips forward here or spiral them back. Whichever feels comfortable in your body. Draw the elbows in, but keep a gentle bend in the elbows here. So some of you may squeeze or draw the shoulder blades in and down the back toward your tailbone, lifting up through the back of the heart here. Others may prefer to press into the palms of the hands and get strong through the shin bones. Press down into the tops of your feet to float your hips up off the earth. Take a breath to cleanse. And exhale, release. Come back to a neutral spine, where we'll spiral the right heel back behind you and find the perfect angle for your body to rest here. Place the left hand beside your hip, and again, it can be 3 to 6 inches away. Inhale, sweep right fingertips up and overhead. And exhale back to a neutral place. Inhale, sweep fingertips up and overhead. And exhale back to a neutral place. Good, let's spend one more breath here. Inhale, sweep fingertips up and overhead. Exhale to release back to a neutral place. This time, inhale, sweep fingertips back and find your fingertips with your gaze here. As you exhale, sweep the fingertips forward and around all the way over to the left, creating a gentle rotation in your spine here. Inhale, sweeping the arm across and over to the right. Open the heart. Exhale, release. Sweep the fingertips forward and around to the right. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. And pause here. Let the right fingertips drop down in front here. And again, find a comfortable place where you can find a little bit of stretch here, a little bit of length in the lower right quadrant of your spine. The soft tissue there can gently release with each breath. And some might come down onto the forearms to find that deeper stretch here. Some might come across and over the knee a little bit more. Two more breaths. And release by pressing into the palms of the hands. Engage through the core to help lift up through the heart, aligning it over your tailbone. And we'll take hold of the right femur bone, maybe behind the hamstring, and sweep the heel across and up to that comfortable seated place here. Hands come back behind. Again, find a comfortable place for your spine and your shoulders to open here. So hands might walk a little further back here. We keep the legs crossed, pull the elbows in, or pull the shoulder blades in and down the back, flatten them against the back of your rib cage, as if your shoulder blades could kind of cup the back of your heart and press it up toward the sky. But we keep a gentle bend in the elbows to not lock anything out. Some of you will stay here and breathe for a gentle heart opener. The chin can be lifting up toward the sky. Others will press into the palms of the hands, ground down into your shin bones, into the tops of your feet here. Get power in the low body as you let the hips float up off the earth. Two more breaths. And gently release. Melt the hips back to the earth. And bring the arms forward, sweeping the fingertips out to a neutral place here. Forearms come neutral. Interlace your fingers here and press the palms of the hands away from the heart. Offer a few more breaths here, letting the shoulder blades and the shoulders settle away from the ears. You can see all of your actions kind of guide the shoulders to the top of the arm bones upward. Relax them mindfully as you move through these different experiences. Inhale to press the palms of the hands up, just being mindful of your spine, trying not to change the integrity of your spine here by trying to get your arms back farther. Just come to wherever you start to feel resistance and breathe. And release. Allow the arms to melt down by your sides. Sweep the elbows back, take hold of the forearms here, and hug the forearms into your low back as you inhale. Drop the elbows and widen out through the collarbones. Exhale, release. Fingertips come forward. Plant the fingertips down and begin to walk them outward to find a forward fold. Use your breath to elongate here. So wherever you meet resistance, pause. And take a deep breath in. And exhale to maybe lengthen out a little bit more. You can draw the chin toward the chest again. And this will help to lock in any kind of heat or any kind of burning off of things that no longer serve you here. And begin to walk the fingertips back to center. And just to keep things even, we'll release the cross in the legs one more time, bringing the front foot forward, or reverse the back foot forward, front foot back. Good. And we'll inhale. Just let the fingertips rest on the earth in front of your shin bones. And exhale to begin that journey downward into a forward fold here. So you might feel a slight difference in your hips as you release. As you meet resistance, breathe, pause. Instead of pushing through in a physical layer, a physical experience, breathe, bring that energetic quality into your practice and allow your breath to create softness and space in your body. And maybe the exhale allows you to walk your fingertips out, allows your heart to melt. Chin can come back to chest. Deep breaths to the sides of the waist, to the sides of the rib cage. And walk the fingertips back and in. Here we'll slip the fingertips around the edges of the knees and bring the soles of the feet together, to the mat here. We'll walk the hands back again one more time. And again, keep that gentle bend in your elbows as we let the knees fall from side to side. So we'll inhale to let them fall to the right, looking over the left shoulder. Exhale, coming to center. And inhale to let the knees fall to the opposite side. So always the option to link breath with movement. If that's not in your practice, you can let it go. It's just an offering to help bring a more meditative quality to your gentle experience. One more breath on each side. Come back to center here. We'll cross the heels and press into the shin bones to rise up and bring the hands forward into tabletop. If that's not in your practice, just simply sweep the heels to one side and come forward. So the fingertips spread wide. We align the wrists over the shoulders initially and then check in to see if that feels comfortable on your upper back. If it's tight or if it doesn't feel right, widen out the hands. Bring space by turning the fingertips outward and bring the inside edges of your elbows in. Good. The tops of the feet ground down into the mat. We'll take a breath here, inhale, and melt the belly down. We'll come back to that cat-cow stretch, but draw the shoulder blades and the inward. Draw the top of your arm bones back as you come to the top of your inhale. As you exhale, press firmly into tops of feet, palms of hands as you round through the spine, one vertebra at a time, resting the sides of the neck here. Inhale to reverse the direction of the spine. Lifting up through the crown of the head, exploring that space that you've created in the soft part of your chin. Exhale, ground firmly into the tops of the feet. For some of us, we can continue here in this variation of cat-cow stretch. For those of you who need a stronger variation or need to burn some more stuff off, need some more sensation through the body, as you exhale, you can round the spine, press into the tops of the feet, and maybe hover the knees over the earth. Inhale, melt the knees, and begin that gentle undulation of the spine, lifting upward and into the top of the inhale. As you exhale, round the spine, press into the tops of the feet. For those of you who'd like to try, you can pull or kind of levitate with the knees here. Inhale to melt. We'll take one more breath here. Exhale, press into the palms of the hands, ground down, ground into the tops of the feet as you float your knees. And inhale back to a neutral spine here, or tuck the toes under. Just simply walk the hands back. Let the hips rest on your heels here. For those of you who have any knee injuries or anything that you are healing here in the knees, feel free to place your fingertips behind your knees here, and then gently sit back onto your heels. And sometimes that little bit of space or that little bit of support with the fingertips can help ease any kind of maybe discomfort in the knee that you don't need. So we'll hold here for a few more breaths, just stretching out, maybe letting the space between the toes soften. And release by pressing into the balls of the feet. Release your fingertips if they were there, helping to support. And walk the fingertips back out. Turn the toes back to the mat, the tops of the feet. And tap the toes out. Good. Soften once again into the tops of the shoulders. Here, pull your arm bones back, preparing for downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under and set your hips back in this gentle experience. This might be an interesting way for you to rise up. So press firmly into the balls of the feet. Keep the heels lifting high. And then press your heart back towards your knees. Knees pull forward toward your heart. And come straight back to your breath. Let your mind let go of anything it's trying to tell you to critique or do more or less of. We have enough of that running through our minds each and every moment. Here we enjoy the luxury of our breath and its soothing massage-like quality. Last breath here. Gently melt the knees to the mat. And find your way into child's pose. So big toes come together here. You can place the tops of the feet to the mat and rest your hips to your heels. Melt your heart. Extend your fingertips forward and connect the very center of your forehead to your mat. I always remind myself to rest my heart here, forward in my chest. Just coming back to that inner sanctuary within you. Pala Hand Mudra that awakens that sense of fearlessness within us. Sense of softness. A place of peace within. Experiencing greater levels of security. The sweet and loving energy of the earth rising up to meet you. We'll slowly come back to a neutral spine, rising up into tabletop posture. And prepare for downward facing dog once again. Tuck the toes under and take whatever variation works best for you. I like to stay with bent knees in my gentler practices, lifting up high through my heels, just to allow my heart and the top of my thigh bones to perhaps maybe connect with one another, and then enjoy an energetic circuit between the heart and the low body. 2 more breaths. And let the knees melt. Cross the ankles here and walk the hands back, letting the feet come forward. In preparation for a reverse tabletop posture. So the hands can come back behind you. Sometimes the fingertips can point forward. The hands should be about 6 to 8 inches away from you. And the feet are aligned in a way that you can press into the soles of the feet. So we'll draw the elbows in, but keep a gentle bend in the elbows here so that we don't lock out and create any kind of undue tension in any given joint at any time. So we'll take a deep breath here, inhale, ground down into the palms of the hands and press into the soles of your feet and float your hips up off the earth. So some of you may get just a few inches off the mat. Some of you may come into a full extension of the posture by pressing into the balls of the feet, turning, or maybe imagining that the inside corners of your knees could draw forward and away from your shoulders. So once you get that action, sometimes the shoulder blades draw in and underneath the body. If you extend the inside corners of your knees forward, your heart and the crown of your head can draw backward. Keep breathing. The head and neck is safe in a neutral spine, or maybe lifting the chin up toward the sky to stay strong through the muscular tissue in the neck. One more breath. And release. Allow the hips to gently come back to the mat here. And we'll come back to a cross-legged place. Release the hands to the knees here and roll your shoulders up and back and down. So some of us will link breath with movement. Again, here, inhaling to lift and exhaling to lower. Wherever you're at, take 3 more breaths in this offering to the upper body to release. I know many of us are using walking to supplement our day-to-day activity as we're staying safer at home. So I wanted to offer some specific stretches for those of us who are walking a lot. So we'll start again, bringing the soles of the feet forward. This time I'm going to lie all the way down onto my back. So just look behind you and make sure you have enough room to lie all the way down onto your back. And slowly scoop your belly, scoop your heart, and roll down to massage the spine as you lower. We'll draw the knees into the chest and gently rock from side to side. Relax the top of the arm bones here. Maybe making little circles with the knees around in one direction and in the opposite direction. Come back to a neutral place here where we'll place the outside edge of your right ankle on the top of your left knee. And you can place the sole of the left foot down onto the mat to start. This is one of my favorite ways to release any low back stuff, even stuff that I don't even know I have. It's by placing the palms of the hands on the top of the thigh bones and kneading or pressing, applying pressure into the top of the thigh bones here. Maybe left and right, alternating one side and then the other, and then come gently into a full press, engagement, strong through the arms and soft through the heart. And release the pressure in the hands. Draw the left knee into the chest and interlace your fingers behind your left hamstring. You can keep the knee bent here. Draw the knee into the chest. You can use your right elbow here to continue to press on the top of your right femur bone to allow it to continue to spiral out to the right side. You can keep the feet flexed if you like here, and coil your tailbone up, engage your belly, but stay soft through your heart. Two more breaths here. The option to stay here is there for you if you like, or you can start to straighten, press your left heel up to the sky. So straighten out your left leg. On your next exhale, peel your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Again, just an offering. Nothing is a rule or a requirement. This is your practice. And then you can try to walk your fingertips over the top of your right shin bone and maybe find a gentle stretch here. Good. Maybe the gaze lifts up toward the left toes. And then let it go. Let your fingertips go. Let the back of your head rest back down to the mat. As the sole of the left foot arrives, you can start to reach your arms above your head for a long body stretch. As you exhale, extend and lengthen. Press your left heel down the length of your mat, straightening your leg. And let yourself fall into a version of tree posture here, supine posture. So Some of you will keep the right ankle on the top of the left knee, but others that might be a really uncomfortable or deep stretch for you. So just slide the sole of your foot inside your left leg, and then let the knee fall outside the frame of the body. The palms of the hands can turn in toward one another here, remaining above the head if that feels okay in your shoulders today. Offer 2 more breaths, drawing the inside, the soft part of your arm, the upper arm, draws in toward your ears. Keep drawing the shoulder blades down the back. And maybe even squeeze your right foot into the inner thigh on the left leg. That connection can be a way to fire up this posture and power it up a little bit. But if you feel more, if you feel drawn to those softer experiences, stay soft. Release the arms down by your sides and press your right heel to meet the left. As we transition here, we can rock the toes from side to side. This will help to kind of release the top of the thigh bone here. Start to move fluid into the body that might have gotten pooled inside your hip cavity. We'll walk the feet in toward the body, draw the knees into the chest, and rock from side to side. Prepare for the second side by placing the outside edge of your left ankle on the top of the right knee, and let the right foot come back to the mat here. Place the palms of the hands or the heel of your hand on the top of the thigh bones here and press. Option to alternate from one side to the other, maybe left hand presses and right hand releases and back and forth, or you can take that long, deep kind of press with the hands. Imagine that you could press the top of your thigh bones away from your shoulders. Last breath. And then release the hands, soften into the low belly here as you coil the knee inward, coil the spine, draw the knee inward, interlace your fingers behind your right hamstring here. You can flex the feet to keep the knee joints closed or in line, aligned. And you can always use your left elbow to press on the top of the thigh bone here to continue to let the hip open on the left side. You can coil the tailbone upward, lengthen the spine, rest your jaw, smooth out your forehead. The arms are strong and the back of the heart is softening into your mat. Option to stay here, or you can take that stronger variation if you need it by pressing the sole or the heel of the right foot upward. Straighten out the leg. And then on your next exhale, peel the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, drawing the chin for the toes maybe. Get strong through the middle of the body. Some of you may be able to release and walk the fingertips up the length of the right leg. But keep strong through the belly. Keep hollowing out the low belly here. Hollow out your heart. Keep your chin lifting for the right toes. One more breath. And release. Bend the right leg. Let go of your fingertips. Allow the arms to come overhead here. The right sole of the foot arrives on the mat, and then press the heel down to straighten out the right leg here, coming into tree posture, reclined. So again, your variation here, wherever your body is at. So you can leave the left ankle on the top of the knee, or you can choose to slide the sole of the foot inside the right thigh. Compress the sole of the foot and the thigh together here. And soften your belly as you enjoy the massage, like the soothing wave of your breath flowing in and out of your body. You can let your tongue rest on top of your mouth. And continue to turn, draw the elbows in toward one another, palms of the hands connect. One last breath. Release the palms of the hands down beside your hips. Palms can face up as you press the left heel to meet the right. Coming into this mini little restful place, this Tadasana on our back here. You can flex your feet as if you were going to step on, as if you were standing in an upright place. You can sweep the arms above your head for a long body stretch. Take a nice deep breath here and then exhale and walk the feet in toward the body. Draw the knees into the chest in preparation to come onto your belly. So you can either roll like a ball to an upright seated place and bring the hands forward and all the way down onto your belly here. Or you can simply just turn over, however it feels best, orienting yourself on your mat. So today, for this next stretch, we'll just release through the top of the quad muscles here. We'll place the elbows underneath the shoulders as if you were in Sphinx posture. We'll spread the fingertips wide, press down into the tops of the feet. In fact, let's take Sphinx for just a breath or two here. We'll draw back through the elbows. So the action is drawing backward as your heart lifts forward and up. Take a few breaths as you widen out your collarbones here. The outside corners of the elbows are reaching apart in opposite directions, and the tops of the feet again are grounding. We're tapping into that strength that we found in the tabletop posture when we hovered the knees over the earth. Press into the tops of the feet and hover your knees here. One more breath, and then rest. So you feel the difference in the softness of your body here. Rotate on your left elbow, bringing the fingertips toward the right side of your mat. Bend your right knee. Release your right hand back behind you. Use the support underneath your left elbow to support the upper back. As you find the outside edge of your right heel, draw it in toward your body. So we're trying not to arch the spine here. We're trying to stay really strong through the belly by pressing into the forearm and draw the heel inward. Press the front of your hip bones. Imagine that you could press a piece of paper in between your hip, the front of your hip bones and your mat. Good. The elbow can spiral upward if you want to open the shoulder a little more, or it can simply stay long here. Good. 2 more breaths. And let go of the right foot. Let the foot find its way back to the mat and extend your right arm out shoulder level from the body here. We'll slide the left hand to the left rib cage and float up through your left heel. Prepare to roll onto your right side to offer a gentle stretch in the front of your right shoulder. So you'll roll here onto the right side of the rib cage, and you can stack your heels here if you like. Rest the right side of your face, your right ear to the mat. We'll hold for 2 more breaths. If you'd like a little more stability, you can release your left foot, bend your left knee, and step the foot behind your right leg. And to release, press into the sole of the left foot, or you can start to engage the left foot, float it up off the right, and gently roll the belly back down to the mat. We'll slide the right hand underneath and place the palms of the hands on top of one another here. Align them underneath your chest. So here we'll draw the shoulder blades away from the shoulders. We'll pull the top of the arm bones back and gently press into the palms of the hands here, straightening out the elbows as much as feels comfortable in your body. So again, we're strong through the belly here, lifting up through the kneecaps. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Melt your spine, melt your belly down to the mat. And we'll work towards second side. So here we'll come back to the forearms. We'll rotate on the right elbow here, placing the fingertips toward the left side of the mat. We bend the left leg. Reach the fingertips back behind you. Find the outside edge of your left foot, but stay grounding into that left hip. Try not to come up off the mat or arch your spine at all here. You'll get a deeper stretch if you can align yourself and stay engaged muscularly where it helps to stabilize the body. So again, pressing into the forearm on the right side. We'll keep the hips grounding downward into the earth and draw your left heel gently toward your body. Again, the option to pull the elbow up and toward the sky, or the arm can stay long and you can take hold of your shin or wherever you can find your leg. For 2 more breaths here. And let go of the fingertips, let go of the left foot. Extend your left arm out to the left side, shoulder level. Slide your right arm to the side of the rib cage and float your right heel up off the earth in preparation. So we're pressing into the right hand to roll onto your left rib cage here, offering that gentle shoulder opener in the front of the left side. And then option to stack the heels. Or you can step your right foot back behind your left. Rest your left ear on the earth. And allow your breath to soothe and massage all the way along the hips, into the rib cage, and into your left shoulder. Prepare to release. We'll engage through the right leg. So release your right foot, press it back behind you, and gently roll the belly down to the mat. And hands slide, palms stack one on top of the other, right underneath maybe the base of your throat here. Engage through the tops of the feet. You can widen out the feet if you like. This is a variation of seal posture. So we press into the palms of the hands, stacked one on top of the other, straighten out the elbows into a place where it provides just a gentle extension in the spine, lifting upward. Exhale, release. Chin comes to chest, or toward the chest. We'll rise up 2 more breaths. Get long through the front of your spine, strong through the back side of the body. Exhale. Last one, soften the arms away, the top of the arm bones away from the ears. Rise to lift up. Exhale, melt. Walk the hands, release them, and walk them to the sides of the rib cage. Turn the toes under and align your heels back with your hips if they're not there already. Firm through your belly. Draw your elbows in and back. Take the arch out of your spine, so don't try not to roll up with an arched spine. Try to come all the way into a strong spine, a neutral spine right away. And we'll rise up into downward facing dog once again. So shake the head yes and no, side to side. Two more breaths. Press firmly into the palms of the hands, evenly through the fingertips. And melt the knees for the mat. Come back to a seated place. Rest your hands in your knees. Roll the shoulders up and back and down. Option to draw the knee or the chin to chest. Once again, pressing your chest forward. Come back to a neutral spine. Keeping your chin parallel with the earth, gently draw or turn your face toward the right side. Soften your left arm bone. Release your face through center and turn it all the way across and over to the left. your right arm bone. Come back to a neutral place, where we'll prepare for our final rest here. So you can, again, look back behind you, make sure you have enough room now to let your heart melt down toward the mat. If you need a little more through your core here, you can tippy-toe your toes up toward your body here, squeeze your knees, wrap your forearms around the front of your shin bones here. Take a deep breath to elongate through the crown of the head. Exhale the round. One more breath. Inhale the lift. And exhale the round. Pause here in a stretch if you like. Or to Navasana or boat pose here. Spread your fingertips wide. Spread your toes wide and lift up through your heart. Take 2 more breaths. And exhale, release. Set the soles of the feet on the mat and gently roll the spine down, 1 vertebra at a time. Allow the back of the head to rest on the support beneath it. Turn the palms of the hands out and up toward the sky. Step your left foot down the length of the mat to the corner and step your right foot to meet it. As you arrive here in your final rest, take some cleansing breaths to allow the back of the heart to anchor. And allow your body to melt into the sweet, loving, gentle energy of the earth beneath you.
So catch the wave. It's such a lovely way to be. Catch the wave, my love, and come along with me. The fundamental loneliness grows whenever 2 can share this dream as one. You can't deny. Don't try to fight the rising sea. Don't fight the moon and stars above. And don't fight me. The fundamental loneliness grows whenever 2 can share the stream as one. When I first began, the time was 3:30. When your eyes met mine, it was eternity. For all we know, the way is on its way to me. So catch the wave, my love, and come along with me. The fundamental loneliness goes whenever 2 can share this dream as one.
We'll start to take some deeper breaths. And before we move or try to get our mind back into a space of what it's going to do next, just pause here for a breath or 2. There are 5 Reiki ideals that we practice or we repeat as we prepare for energetic exchanges. Sometimes these ideals are useful in our everyday lives to repeat and to live by as we move through these interesting times. They go like this. Just for today, I will not anger. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will be grateful. And just for today, I will work hard and honestly. Just for today, I will be kind to all beings. Take a deep breath and allow your practice to sink into each and every cell of your being. We'll start to move fingertips and move toes. Maybe starting to flex and point the feet, maybe starting to roll the wrists around in one direction and in the opposite direction. We'll start to maybe walk the feet in toward the body and draw the knees into the chest. Continue a gentle rock with the knees from side to side. And then roll to one side and pause there for a breath or two to acclimate to being upright. Gently press yourself up into a seated posture, where we'll ground down into the sit bones, come into your favorite comfortable seated place. We'll close out this practice with just a few rounds of Durga breathing, or 3-part breath here. We divide the inhale into 3 parts. The first part we draw into the belly. Second part we draw into the chest. The last part we draw into the tops of the shoulders, and we allow 1 long breath out. So we'll do this 3 to 5 rounds here together. We'll breathe starting with a deep inhale, and exhale 1 full long breath out. Inhale into the belly. Expand, inhale into your chest and heart. Expand, inhaling into the tops of the shoulders. Exhale 1 long breath out. Inhale into belly, into chest, and into shoulders. Exhale 1 long breath out. Inhale into belly, into chest, and into shoulders. Exhale 1 long breath out. Resume normal breathing. And we'll bring hands to heart center, bowing the chin down. Take a moment here to call to mind gratitude. The safety you've created in your body, this inner sanctuary, and for whatever else finds its way into your heart in this moment. And as Akula, as a family, as one community, we send love and light to all of the personal intentions that were set in this practice today. And then we can open our eyes and continue the sacred work we do off the mat. I wish you all love and laughter and many blessings. Namaste. Thank you so much, Tom. He gets a big crowd of applause. It's just me today. But we love you so much and appreciate you being here always. And thank you all for being here. We look forward to seeing you again in the studio when it's safe. And we love you, and we'll see you soon. Bye.